is up, everybody? It's your boy Matsu here, and today I have some absolutely crazy news. Straight off the presses, we have the next batch of provisional and regional promos for the My Hero Academia card game out. Well, they're not out, but we know what they do. We have images, as you guys can see from the screen. So today I just wanted to talk about what they do, what they synergize with, and yeah. So let's start. We have Gigantic Explosion. This is a 5 diff, 4 high for 5 with a 1 mid block. Fury combo Fury. 3 check and combo Nance. Discard 1 momentum, that's cost. Both players destroy 2 of their rival foundations. This attack gets plus X damage, where X equals the total difficulty of the destroyed foundations. Wow, this card is really, really strong. So the main one that this synergizes with, let me pull up the synergy chart that I just made. So Detonation Launcher, this has a crazy synergy with. It basically just says it's free. So you go Detonation Launcher, you flip your foundation. If your next attack is a high, you add the top card of your deck to your momentum. So guess what? Gigantic Explosion is a high attack. So you just do that into that, and then it's just automatically active. Another character that synergizes pretty well with this is Uraraka 2 and Minoru Mineta. 2 characters that really like debuilding their opponents and don't really particularly care how many foundations they have themselves. So, that's pretty good. Flamethrower is our next card. It's a 5 diff, 2 mid block, 3 mid for 5 with a 3 check, charge, powerful 3, and ranged. Enhance, discard the top card of your deck. That's cost. This attack gets plus X speed. X equals the printed difficulty of the discarded card. And then enhance, if this attack deals 5 or more damage, destroy 1 rival foundation. So this card doesn't have any particular synergies as far as like its traits and stuff, but like I said, it's really good in Ochaka Uraraka 2, and it's really good in Mineta 2. Both characters that really want to debuild their opponents, make sure that they have as few resources as physically possible. And those characters love this card, especially Uraraka 2, because, you know, you mill an attack off this, it's got 9 speed, and then it's probably dealing 5, and then you pick it back up, destroy one of their foundations, and do it again. Absolutely a very strong card for sure. Villainous Waylay. So this is a 4 diff 2 check 4 mid for 5 with a 2 low block. Fury. It's the only keyword on it. Enhance. Name a block zone. That's cost. Your rival must discard a card with the named block zone. If they cannot, they reveal their hand. So this card does a lot of things for you. It gives you information about what your opponent's hand is, regardless of whether they can block or not, right? Or whether they have the block zone to discard or not, because if you say name high and they discard a high block, and you're playing, let's say, someone like Sarah 1, you know that they have 1 less high block in their hand to block with, so you just start naming high on all of your attacks and say, hey, you want to half block this and take a bunch, or do you just want to take a billion damage to the face? So that's one of the main synergies. And then the other synergy that it has is it's really good in Gran Torino because it is a Fury attack that makes them discard a card. So if they block your Waylay, you build it down and you can pick it up and make them discard a card. So basically, if you do it right, you can make them discard 3 cards on your second card. Because you Waylay, and then if you have a Waylay built, you make them discard, pick up your Waylay, and then Waylay and make them discard again. Which, cracked. Honestly, extremely good. So people have been talking about Void Discard for a while now, and this is... Honestly, this is something Void Discard needed to be good. So, kind of glad to see that one. This card's also just good in, like, Mineta and Uraraka as well, because hey, it's a 6 mid for 5 that makes you discard, and if it touches you, I'll pick it back up, do it again. You know? So, those characters are getting a lot of love from this match. Sorry. All Might. Don't know which All Might this is, because they don't have any dots on it to indicate, right? Or it's All Might... Is that 5? Yeah, that's All Might 5. So... Yeah. Response twice per turn after you play a card with Smash in its name, draw a card. Enhance flip 1 foundation. Your Fury attack or Punch attack gets +2 speed or +2 damage, and the flip is cost. Deadlock first form once per game. Your attacks with Smash in their name gain stun 2 for the rest of the turn. It has all good and life. 627. So this bottom form didn't need to be a first form. It could have just been a form once per game and been like stun 1 or something. Deadlock first form is a little overkill, in my personal opinion. Sorry. And then, as far as synergies, we have Detroit Smash and Missouri Smash and Texas Smash are the 3 main ones. There's one other Smash, but I don't think it's very good in him. Like, it's a 7 mid for 6 or a 5 mid for 8 that makes them flip 1 if they block it. Whatever, who cares? But yeah, Missouri Smash is really cool. It's a 5 high for 5 that draws you a card if a punch is dealt damage, and then it draws you a card when you play it. And if it deals damage, it lets you build the next foundation you play for free. So, that's a cool one. We have Living Up to His Example. So, this is a 3 to 5 check, 1 low block, breaker 1 action with 3 infinity symbols. First enhance, remove. You may discard 1 card from your hand in addition to momentum to pay the cost of this attack's EX or powerful ability. If your hand size is 6 or less, draw a card. So, it's weird that this card doesn't say printed hand size. So does that mean if I have 6 or less cards in hand, I just draw a card after I use that? Weird. But anyway, so this card is obviously made for All Might 1, basically. Not to say it's not good in other characters, because it definitely is, but it is an All Might 1 card for sure. Not really much else to say about this one. Synergies, obviously, All Might 1. Detroit Smash, it's pretty sick with. You just give that, like, powerful million, and then, hey, I'll discard 1 from my hand as cost for powerful 10. And then, so tired. Photogenic Hero is our next card. This is a 2 diff 5 check, 3 high block with taunt, earth, good, and void. Enhance, destroy. This attack cannot receive any more speed bonuses this enhanced step. Response, remove after you block with a copy of your starting character, build it. So, this card's good against, like, Reciproburst and all these kind of, like, fast attacks that get fast more incrementally, so they don't just, like, start off super fast. It's like, oh, I'll give it 2 speed, and then I'll give it more speed, and then I'll give it more speed. Stuff like that. And then, obviously, it's meant for Mount Lady. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any ectoplasm symbols, which makes me really sad. Because it would have been the actual coolest ectoplasm card. Yeah. On to the last spoiler for this section of stuff, and my absolute favorite, Recovery Girl. So Recovery Girl is a 5 hand size, 30 health character with good life and water. First form, gain 2 health. Response, after you take damage, build 1 foundation from your discard pile. Enhance, destroy 2 foundations. That's cost. Your attack gains throw. I'd like to point out, life doesn't really have that many powerful attacks, but there are like 2, and one of them is Home Run Comet. So being able to give Home Run Comet throw, pretty good. And also, being able to give Frog Lashing throw. It's really good. In fact, some might say it's actually obnoxious. Sorry, guys. I'm actually tired. So, and then she has obvious synergies with stuff like new training methods. So after you take damage, you build this from your discard pile, and then you can build one from your hand committed as well, which is absolutely nuts. New training method is going to be obscene in this character, because it's like, you go half block, you check a foundation, pick up the foundation, build a new training method, build the foundation that you just built, or that you just grabbed from your hand off of your other new training method, and then you just keep going from there. This card's also absurd. Character's also absurd with rigorous training, because it says, hey, I took 4 damage, I guess I'll respond and build this rigorous training and gain 2 health back. So it's like I really took 2 damage. With like self-sacrifice and other ways to destroy this, it basically means that you have 60 health. Because you gain 2 every time you take damage if you go that route. It's actually even more than that, right, if you self-sacrifice, because you're giving -1 damage, so it's like you have like 70, 80 health in all actuality, which, you know, kind of obscene. Rising Starlet, kind of the same thing as Rigorous Training, but it allows you to go into a weapons package and play Staff Strike and all that stuff. Glamorous is actually obnoxious. Being able to unflip Excited for Blood when you take damage, being able to unflip your Recovery Girl's Kiss, which basically just makes it into a Rising Starlet, but you don't have to, like, destroy it to... yeah. So, in my personal opinion, knee-jerk reactions included, I think Recovery Girl is going to get banned and or errated. And here's why. So, first of all, she should not be allowed to give this throw. Ever. There should be no universe where she's allowed to give Frog Lashing throw. Because it means if I ever build 4 Tight Lips, which, let's point out, is not unfeasible. Like, it is something that could absolutely happen in a game. Especially since you have Back Alley Haymaker to also build them. Like, this character is going to be obnoxious. So I just build 4 Tight Lips, I go flip 4 foundations, give it 4 damage, use its enhance, give it 4 damage. Hey, it's a 4 high for 14 with throw. Catch. Dang. It's not a once per turn, so I'll do that again. Repeat until you're dead. Yikes. Oh man, there's really not much else to say about it. So on to the regional license exams, and I believe these are the rest of... are these the rest of the... no, these can't be the rest of the... so these are also regional license exam promos, which is interesting because this means that now we are getting mechanically unique regional license exam promos. Wow. Huh. Okay, so, first one, we're going to start off with the mechanically unique ones. We have Cheerleader. It's a 2-diff, 5-check, 3 mid-block. Air, good, and water. Response, remove, discard 1 momentum. After an attack is played, it gains flash. And Hagakure first form, flip, both players build the top card of their deck face down, only playable if your rival has 8 or fewer foundations. So, this card's really good. Just discard a momentum, remove it, flash something, generic, pretty good, very strong effect. And then Hagakure first form is good in Hagakure. It gives you bonus foundations to destroy, to bounce your opponent's foundations, which is kind of neat. Honestly, that's kind of an anti-synergy if you think about it, Because you're giving them foundations just so you can bounce them back to their hand. Weird. Student of the Art. Enhance, flip, add 1 attack from your discard pile to your card pool and seal it. If your character is Mashiro Ojiro, that attack does not count towards progressive difficulty for the rest of the turn. So, this card in specific implies one of two things. A, we're getting a Ojiro in the next set or as a DLC that has these symbols. Or Jasco Games hates us and we're not getting an Ojiro that has these symbols, so the only character this is actually good in, or gets the full effect in, I should say, is Earth Ojiro, which Earth Ojiro doesn't particularly care about having specific cards in your card pool, especially not attacks. So, oh well. It's an alright card. And then we have our champion and contender promos for the regional license exams, and they are both Slashing Whirlwind. This one's kind of an interesting one. In terms of, like, financial value, I think this is going to be worth less than both of the first two. Both Texas Smash and, or not Texas Smash, Detroit Smash and Frigid Heatwave. But an alright card nonetheless. I won't say good, but alright card. And then, yeah. Ooh, this is kind of a stinker. I would hate to see this card as something in my regional license exam promo pool. Honestly, in terms of all of these, I, like, strictly talking from, like, a financial standpoint, these are not great reprints as regional license exam cards. Rising Starlet is cool, very specific, very niche, so is Instant Explosive Release. Sorry. Manly Passionate Guy. And so basically it's going to come down to Cheerleader, Student of the Art, Kyokujiro, and Manly Passionate Guy as our regional license exam promos that are actually worth something. Usually there are like 1 to 2 stinkers every promo set. This time it's like 3. Like, yeah, Rising Starlet and Instant Explosive Release are all kind of like very niche cards that not a lot of people are actually going to want. So I expect these to probably be like the cheapest batch of RLE promos we've had thus far. Other than that, though, it's really cool that we're getting mechanically unique RLE promos. That's something that you love to see, honestly, because it's going to open more design space for the future, and it's going to reward people for traveling to events more. Anyways, without further ado, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, click the bell. You already know. Sayonara. What is up, Matsu Nation? Thank you for watching till the end of the video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe. And check out all my socials and my Patreon. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and sayonara.